light shall bring victory.
For Doomhammer.
Okay, so against Priest, I think I want to play this guy and try to beat his ass. I don't think I keep Corpse Raiser though, just because this guy overloads me so much it's not really a curve. We'll just play the Emerald Hive Queen here. By not playing our 1 mana 2/3, we're just trying to play a 2 mana 2/3. So I guess we may as well just play this out. We can always hero power next turn. Sometimes it lives for like several turns and then I can't play my Earth Elemental as early as I want. But I think a lot of times he's playing like a Glimmerroot here or a Kazakus next turn. Maybe this becomes a bit of an issue though. We could have coined Jade Lightning on our Emerald Hive Queen there and then played Jade Spirit into Earth Elemental. But I don't think that's really worth it. Alright, there's the Glimmerroot, so we can Spirit here if we want. I think I'm probably just going to cast Jade Lightning on that though. Because if we send the 2/3 into it, it's just a 3/1. Always have to hit them with the Greetings when they miss on Glimmerroot. But yeah, if we leave this as a 3/1, you can just like heal it up to a 3/3 and then value trade into the Jade Spirit. I think I'm just going to hit it with a Lightning and 2/3 his face. Pretty good chance he's playing Raza this turn anyway. Shadowward Pain, I guess? Okay. So if we play an Earth Elemental here, we are overloaded for 3 next turn, which puts us on 3 mana. But we could coin out a Jade Spirit or a Jade Lightning if we really wanted. I'm not sure that I want to leave a Wild Pyromancer up. But how bad could it really be? I think the most dangerous thing about it is it's just 3 free damage to trade into whatever I play here. Let's just play an Earth Elemental. This will be a good way to get a read on whether or not he has Shadow or Death. And like, you kind of have to play Shadow or Death here, because you can't really just like hit this in and then find 5 damage to deal to it. Ooh, the Ancestral Spirit. Is that better than coining Jade Lightning on the 3/1? I mean, we can always just go 5-drop Ancestral Spirit next turn, and we'd probably rather do it on White Eyes since we already have N'Zoth in hand. So let's just Jade Lightning here and trade here. I wonder if he hit any of his own stuff with Geist. He hit a Power Word Shield. Okay, he has a Raza list. I assumed he was, but Skulking Geist isn't super common. My Jade Golems are only 3/3s, so Jade Spirit's not a super strong play here. I could use Jinyu to heal this guy and then bump it in. That actually seems pretty reasonable. But if this is his Anduin turn, it's going to kill my guy anyway. I think I'm going to trade here and then go White Eyes Ancestral Spirit. We want the Ancestral Spirit on the White Eyes anyway. And if we don't trade, he can send Raza into White Eyes and then play, you know, Dragonfire Potion or Anduin to kill everything. This way, if he does it, I still have a 5/5 left over.
This jungle hides
Elise. Playing Elise and Skulking Geist. So he's going for a more value-oriented plan, which is probably good for me. In general, I think this list is probably worse. And obviously, in this matchup, he would rather just try to kill me. Do we want to trade here? It plays around Kazakus into Polymorph. I guess it's fine. It's a little questionable. It prevents him from going, like, trade in here and then Dragonfire Potion. But I still would have ended up with a 5/5. I'm not even sure if that's better in that case. Okay, there's the Shadow Word Death. Yeah, he definitely would have played Anduin there if he had it, so we can make the read that he doesn't have it. Am I planning on playing N'Zoth next turn? I mean, I don't really want to play Jinyu here anyway, and it's my only overload card, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Just play an 8/8. 8/8's pretty big, and it's tough to kill if he doesn't draw Anduin here. And we have the pretty hard read on no Anduin in hand. And then if he does play Anduin here, we just slam N'Zoth and have 3 5-power minions to beat his ass with. And even if he can clear that board, then we'll just have like 4 Storm Guardians in our deck. Okay, so he still needs to find 3 damage for the giant. Like he didn't have it. So the question is, do we go in on N'Zoth here? We obviously have the read on no Anduin, but if he top decks it here, I probably lose the game. Although I do still have a bunch of bombs left in the deck. Maybe it's fine. And even if he does, I mean, it's like a 1 in 16. It's just so unlikely. And I'd rather have 8 damage than trade with this thing, I think. Just try to kill him. I think he's gonna have a hard time having a good enough Lyra turn. Priest of the Feast does heal for a lot. Okay. It's actually a pretty strong turn for him so far. As far as staying alive. Wow, just into the second silence. That's brutal, because now he can trade into the 8-3. I mean, I think we're still really far ahead, though. Okay, burn the circle, so he's got 2 random Lyra spells. And 1 card from his deck, I believe. Let's hero power, go a little bit wide. And we'll use a White Eyes to trade into this. We've seen his natural Dragonfire potion already, but he has 2 random Lyra spells in his hand. One of those could be a Dragonfire. I could have also just sent this White Eyes face and hexed the Lyra, but one of these could be free from Amber. And he still has the Elise pack in his deck, those can get big dudes. And I think we were just fine making this trade. Putting it down to 3 didn't really seem like that big a deal. Although Spirit Lash Holy Nova was a good clear. But we still got a board, we can play our Snow Fury Giant. Summons a 4/4. So let's see. He had Dragonfire Potion. Would he have played it there? It wasn't that much better, but it did save him from the 5 damage from this. So I'm pretty sure he didn't have Dragonfire Potion there. So I guess we play around Potion of Madness by healing this guy. How much damage do we have on board? 25? Seems unlikely that hitting here with the weapon is going to be too relevant. And the weapon can let us hit through a hex, I guess? I don't know how much it really matters. That's an Anduin top deck. Fuck. Well, we have 2 Storm Guardians in the deck. Those are tough to deal with. But we have a lot of early game that's not super strong. Still have Aya, still have 2 Sea Giants. There we go. We can't play that and Jade Spirit. I mean, we probably just play this, right? It's a 10-10. And I guess now that he's on a mostly limited health pool, we'll just smack him with the weapon. We've seen his Priest of the Feast and his Greater Healing Potion and his Lyra already. So hopefully we can just beat his ass. He did get free from Amber from Lyra. So it's a good thing we held the Hex. No Sagat the Slitherer, please. That's fine. That's annoying. I think we're 1 damage off lethal here, and nothing in our deck does 1 damage. Easy Stone Tusk Boar, let's go. Unlucky. I did the math correctly, I believe. Yeah. And we'll just play Jade Spirit here. I don't think there's a whole lot that deals with this board. Even if it's like pint-size horror, we just still get him with the 10-10. Nice. That's kind of what I was hoping to do to a Priest, just like play big shit over and over again. He was kind of a greedy list though. Not sure how my matchup will be against the faster ones.
Throw versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
For Doomhammer.
Definitely don't keep the Ancestral Spirit. The rest of these cards are like okay early. None of them are great. Maelstrom's not super good against Secret Mage. I mean, Primal Fin Totem's really not either. Keep it though. It's gonna be tough to beat Exodia Mage. It takes us a little bit too long to get our pressure going, and then we start getting into the Frost Nova turns. Primal Fin Totem's okay here, I guess. If he disrespects it, maybe we can play a pretty early Sea Giant. Let's just hero power and smack him in the face. The Sea Giant's looking cheaper and cheaper.
An incredible discovery!
You wanna cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Oh, he knows not what he's doing. The turn 4 Sea Giant. We're actually only 1 mana off from Jade Spirit Coin Sea Giant. Is Jade Spirit ever better than Sea Giant here? Probably not, because some of my stuff is going to die next turn. We could Hero Power Coin Sea Giant, which also discounts the thing from below for future turns. Go for that, I guess. And he's Exodia Mage, so we completely disrespect his minions and punch him in the face.
I hope you like my invention.
Well, that's a bummer. But we got our biggest guy on the board still, and that's what counts. Let's just make sure he keeps taking 8 every turn unless he freezes.
You look very familiar.
Alright, let's just put stats on the board. I briefly considered playing Volcano there, thinking it was pretty likely my Sea Giant would live and I could smack him, but I think that was a little bit ambitious.
The end is coming.
We have Hex for the Doomsayer. Pretty lucky considering we only play 1 Hex in the deck. I think I'm just not gonna Hero Power. We've already played 1 Sea Giant and 2 things from below, so if anything it's probably just in the way of playing bigger dudes. Alright, Aya is the biggest thing we can play, so we'll play her and smack him for 8. He actually mirror entity'd my Aya. But I don't think that's really that big a deal.
I wonder.
The freeze effect. Very interesting.
The end is coming.
Well,
Tremble before
I guess this is a 3-mana 8/8 that survives a Doomsayer. That's pretty good. He's up to 10 cards. Okay, so we definitely get to pop him here, which is nice. He's gonna overdraw here. And he still has a bunch of cards in his deck, so there's a pretty good chance he doesn't have the full combo. Well, let's pop his Ice Block. Oh, that's off a Glyph. Jesus Christ. Let's just play things, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Arcane Intellect is pretty whatever. Okay, killed my Wide Eyes. It was probably a mistake of me to play Wide Eyes last turn, because I might need to draw into this second Jade Lightning to kill him, but it probably matters very little. Play a thing. Ancestral Spirit a thing. I guess I was supposed to attack into his 1/1, but we've reached the point where nothing I do really matters as long as I point damage at his face every turn. Okay, that's Ice Block number 3. If it's Counterspell, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, I was definitely supposed to Maelstrom Portal first to play around Counterspell. I always play so poorly against Exodia Mage. It's just so boring. Like, why waste time thinking? But there, it was actually pretty significant. It could have cost me the game. Although if the deck wasn't so boring to play against, I could have been paying more attention to his hand and I would have known that card was actually in his deck and then I would have known it was an Ice Block. Wow, we got him. I credit Prince Taldaram for giving me a 3-mana 8/8 that survived Doomsayer.
Thrall versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
For Doomhammer.
Is Jade Spirit good enough to keep? Probably not. Alright, well, we got the Jade Spirit anyway, so we have a 2/4/6 Jade curve. Ideally, we pick up like a Primal Fin Totem and Wide Eyes. Seems like that would be pretty strong. He's aggro though, which is a real bummer, but we did draw a Volcano. Volcano is obviously a pretty good card in this matchup. Okay, so there's a pretty big question if we play Galactic Crawler here. He's a super aggressive list if he's playing Snow Flipper Penguin. So there are definitely pirates, but the 2/3 on the board does seem strong. I think the Snow Flipper Penguin list might even play Southsea Captain though. We probably don't want to waste our crab here if we can avoid it. Cool. Rewarded for holding the crab. Oh my god, super rewarded. This is why you play this card in every non-Keleseth deck. Okay, that's actually fairly strong. But we're definitely still winning here. Wow, I didn't trade. This guy's so aggressive. We are getting pretty low though, so I guess that makes sense. White Eyes is an excellent draw. Maelstrom Portal would have also been good there, Jade Claws would have been acceptable, Hex was good, Jade Lightning was good, Earth Elemental was good, Thing from Below. Wait, have I even hero powered this game? Thing from Below is maybe not very good. Point is, we had a lot of good draws there.
The scourge will devour all.
Well, we can make a pretty strong tempo play here. We are really far ahead this game. I don't see how we can lose. But I've thought that before. I guess living mana would be a good start.
You love my new recipe.
Okay.
You love my new recipe.
He's still playing the game despite that being his hand. I'm not really sure why. Okay, well he's gonna give up when I play that, right? No. Still thinks he can win from this position, huh?
I can see.
Yeah. I don't think you had a draw to get back in the game there.